Hello, I'm the art teacher. I would like to try my hand today at doing a little Mondrian picture. Happen to have a little scholastic booklet. Get these at schools or order them. This one was about Mondrian, working with abstraction. And I am actually doing this with first graders. And with some of his pictures here, you can see he's widely known for abstract art using squares, rectangles, the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, vertical and horizontal dark lines. Plus you have the white spaces as well. And I'm looking at my Crystal Production desk reference for Elements of Art. Wonderful little piece of paper here I got from Crystal. And we're looking at Mondrian's artwork. Couple of the elements here are lines, shape, and color. The rest don't necessarily apply. And so that's what we have here is lines, we have shapes, and then we have color. Now, we use the elements of art to make a principle of design. One of the principle of designs in this picture, can you guess? I see this as balance. Balance is the comfortable arrangement of the things in art. And with this one, I see how Mondrian uses asymmetrical balance. That means balance where it's not exactly the same on both sides, but yet it still is a comfortable arrangement of the shapes, lines, and colors. Now, how I'm going to do this with my first graders, I have a selection of red, yellow, and blue construction paper cut in various geometric shapes, squares and rectangles, but only squares and rectangles. Then I take my white paper, and with all these papers available to me, I'm going to try to arrange my own composition by simply placing colors. And I can use more than what you may have seen. Got a little color there. Let me turn this over on this side. Ah, much better. So with Mondrian, sometimes he added a lot of color. Sometimes he uses a little bit of color. And I'm going to try to make sure I line my squares and rectangles so that they're going vertical or horizontal. I am also going to try to line up the edges of these squares and rectangles so they kind of match a little bit. Not always, but a little bit. And let me see, I've got these three here. Maybe if I want to move this one over here, I'm lining this edge up with this edge of the yellow with this edge of the blue. And I'm not sure I really want that blue there. This isn't going to match up with anything, so I'm not going to worry about that because of the shape. And I think I want maybe a red piece down there. Something like that. Now, just for the sake of doing this quickly, I could actually play around with this a lot more. I could actually take it apart, redo it, take my time, do it a couple of times. It's a puzzle. See what you can do to put it together. Once you get one that you really like, then you get some glue sticks. And I'm not going to try and glue them down where every edge is perfect. I just want them not to move around. So that's one. You can see it's not going to take long to do this part. And right about there. A little bit there. And two more to go. Let's see here. That should be right. Now, if you have a ruler, you could always put a ruler up here to make sure that it's lined up, but I think just eyeballing it is fine. That means you're just eyeballing it, using your eyeballs, your eyes, to kind of see if it works. Okay, so this is done. They're not coming apart. Now, for the next part, for the vertical and horizontal lines, I can use either black cut, you cut black strips of paper and then glue them like you did there and add them, or in this case, I happen to have this nifty black tape. And so I'm teaching my first graders to find the edge of the tape, and of course I'll help them if they don't have it. And it's black, and I need my pair of scissors because I'll need to cut the tape. So what I'm going to have them do is this. You take the black tape, stretch it out, and you're going to go beyond the paper on both sides. And what you do is you line this up, and you're going to put it a little bit half on, half off of the paper you see there. Once you get this end done, slowly move your finger to this side. When you get over here, just take your scissors, cut that. You can smooth it a little bit better. Now let's try this one. A little bit off, a little bit on that yellow. Again, I tape it here, drag my finger across to the other side, snip it, and I need here, but I'm not going to go all the way over here, so I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to turn it around. Now this is a part that may be tricky for some first graders, but you can do it this way. Setting it there. And if this becomes too difficult, then I'll use some black strips of paper. Just curious to see if my first graders can handle some tape. Those that are comfortable with using tape can use tape. Those that are not comfortable using tape, they can use something else. Now, for the rest of this, I can use, let's see, this on the blue. But I'm not going to go all the way there, so I need to cut it right there where the yellow is. Let's see if I can manage that. Yeah. Now, where's that tape here? There it is. I use my fingernail to find the edge. Again, tape is what I'm using right now, but you could actually use black strips of construction paper, which I will have for my first graders, so that if this is becoming a little bit too tedious for them, too difficult, they'll be able just to use that. Here we go. And now what I'm going to do is outline all my shapes in black. Black vertical or black horizontal lines. Just like that. So far so good. Let me see if I can get this one over here. This little bit of red. I'm not sure where you can buy this black tape. It was given to me. So it looks like it's 3M tartan 860. So whatever that means. Let me see. I'm going to do this red piece here. I'm not even sure what this tape is used for. It looks a little transparent or translucent, where you can see it a little bit through it. Alright, there we go. Now I can just snip this. I need to do this one. Now my question is, do I want to go just between these two, or do I want to go all the way up? And I think I want to go not only all the way up, but all the way to here. So I guess I could have done that when I did that tape, but I wasn't thinking about that. So you kind of make it up as you go along. Oops. How about right there? sometimes you can go back over if you see your tape is bubbling up using the back of your fingernail and doing it that way. So I've got all my shapes outlined in black. Now, if I want to, I can go back in and add extra black lines to break things up a little bit more if I wanted to. For instance, right here. I don't necessarily want to go all the way down, but right there. Good. And I think that's going to be it for right now. Now it's taped to my board here. So what I have to do is carefully peel it up, just like this. Turn it over. Take these tapes and bend them over as carefully as I can along the edges of the paper, if you can do that. Of course, if you're doing black construction paper and you've actually glued the strip down and it comes over like that, you could bend them over the same way or just take your scissors and trim them. I could actually have trimmed this with scissors. I'm just showing you one of several ways. Just like this. There. Now I have my very own Piet Mondrian. There you go. And there you have it. See you next time.